Fairly humid evening, August 8th, 2022. If I could have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, no Mr. Frillman, so I will take roll call this evening. Mr. McBride?
Aye.
Am present, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mr. Rossetti?
Present.
Mr. Hoffman?
Present.
Mr. Neal?
Aye.
Am present. Mr. Raffich?
Present.
I officially have to entertain a motion to table both agenda items 4 and 5.
I will make a motion to table said motion. Go ahead, sorry.
Mr. Raffich?
Aye.
Mr. Neal?
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Rossetti?
Aye.
And Mr. McBride?
Aye.
All righty, first up, agenda item 6A, a motion to recommend approval of a final plat of subdivision for neighborhood R of Prairie Ridge. Is that you or Mr. Olson?
I'll start us off. So Crown Community Development has submitted their final plat for human approval for their next neighborhood to be developed and built in Prairie Ridge, which is neighborhood R. That is on the south side of Allen Road, kind of at the corner of Allen Road and State Street. You should have the documents in your packet that show that plat. If I count right, there's going to be 14 buildings and 80 townhomes there. So this will be similar to the most recently approved final plat for neighborhood M, which DR Horton is starting construction on this fall. Mr. Paulson from EEI is here tonight. If you have any questions regarding the review letter, there are several outstanding items on the engineering side that need to be addressed before staff would like to take us to the village board. So we just ask that your recommendation include that it be conditional upon final engineering approval. But if you have any questions about that, Mr. Paulson's online, and as well as Mr. Dan Olson from Crown. And that's all I have. If you have any questions, we can field them. Dan, is there anything you wanted to say about this, or you just?
I think, Josh, I think you handled it. Very, it's per the preliminary plat engineering that was approved in 2005. It is very similar to, but smaller than Unit M that was previously approved as far as the product type. But just, yeah, moving forward to the next phase. I'd love to answer any questions that the commission may have for me.
Just out of curiosity, if this is something that you might be able to answer, the French Harmony Road as eventually planned, I know it's not technically under your purview.
Right.
Josh or Mr. Olson, does anyone happen to recall if that was supposed to be a 4-lane proposed street?
I don't believe it was, to be honest, but I know that it is still, the King County is still interested in completing that road. However, I don't think the funding's available for it at this point. It's an expensive road, obviously. It's got to get over the railroad tracks, got to get over the Hampshire Creek. But I don't believe it was ever anticipated to be more than a 2-lane road with turn lanes as appropriate. Tim, you might know more about that than I do, but last I heard, that was the plan.
Yeah. Same. I think that's what I understand.
Okay. I was just looking at this and, there's 120 feet slated here. Most average lanes are what, 12 feet wide?
They're a little wider these days. I'm not sure. Tim, does that seem like a large right of way for a 2-lane road? Or I guess there's gonna be some turn lanes in there as well, so.
Lanes usually average.
Yeah. Or maybe they're planning for the future. It has, I see, a boulevard type section too, and the traffic circle and that kind of stuff.
It's 120 is pretty typical anymore for KDOT. Whenever they require new right of way, that's pretty much what they require. And I think Tim's right, I think it's for possible future expansion. I don't think that's the initial intent.
Okay.
Any wider than a 3-lane, or 2-lane road with turn lanes.
Any other questions, Mr. McBride, Mr. Rosetti?
I'm good.
No.
Nothing else local?
No.
So I officially have to amend the motion conditional upon completion of the outstanding engineering items, correct?
You don't have to take a vote to do that. It's just whoever makes the motion, if they could add that to the end of their motion.
Entertain a motion to recommend approval of a final plat of subdivision for neighborhood R Prairie Ridge, conditional upon completion of outstanding engineering items.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Rosetti,
Aye.
Mr. McBride,
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Neal,
Aye.
Mr. Ravitch.
Aye.
Thank you. And I will entertain a motion to authorize the chair to report these results of the commission's actions this evening to the village board of trustees.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ravitch,
Aye.
Mr. Neal,
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Rosetti,
Aye.
Mr. McBride.
Aye.
No public comments this evening?
No members of the public signed up to speak tonight.
I myself have no announcements to my knowledge, other than we are expecting a meeting, correct, 2 weeks from today.
That is correct.
Okay.
Save that time, save that channel.
We'll be approving any minutes of that.
Yes, we absolutely will. Absolutely.
We'll have a whole meeting full of minutes.
Yep. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
You can actually approve that to Mr. McBride.
Yes, that's fine.
Mr. McBride,
Yes, sir.
how do you vote?
To adjourn.
Aye.
You okay? Mr. Rosetti, how do you vote on adjournment?
Aye.
Mr. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Neal?
Aye.
Mr. Ravitch?
Aye. That's a record. 9 minutes.